Ontario has recently made some changes to Bill 132 of the Occupational Health and Safety Act. On September 8th, the bill was amended to include an updated definition of workplace harassment that now includes sexual harassment. Some new provisions regarding sexual harassment programs and investigations were introduced as well.
This bill amends the legislation to include not only that type of harassment, but workplace sexual harassment that's defined in two different ways: a course of vexatious conduct based on sex or sexual orientation, basically, or a course of conduct that involves, and I just have to look at it because it's so new, a sexual solicitation or advance by someone in a position of authority.
The updated legislation requires employers to have alternative channels for reporting sexual harassment if they or a supervisor are the alleged harasser. The employer must communicate the corrective action and the results of the investigation with those involved and keep the names of the alleged victim and perpetrator confidential.
We do see that as being thorny, potential, this whole area is being potentially problematic because we expect that there will be demands in certain workplaces for information. Complainants may be demanding information. Bargaining agents may demand information. They may challenge the investigation if the information given to them about its contents, its results, the corrective action taken don't seem to be sufficient.
And part of that is an expanded, at least in our view, an expanded role for the Ministry of Labour with respect to workplace harassment. And I don't suggest that the Ministry will necessarily be getting involved in investigating the merits of a workplace harassment complaint, but what Bill 132 does appear to provide for is a very high degree of oversight in the investigation process by the Ministry of Labour.
Even though the Ministry of Labour will be playing a larger role in workplace sexual assault cases, the role of the Joint Health and Safety Committee doesn't have to grow. The bill also states that it's not mandatory for sexual harassment reports to be handed over to these committees, but they can be if the employer would like. For Canadian Occupational Safety, I'm Amanda Siliker.